where the President of the United States, with this ongoing humanitarian crisis and significant policy issue that is alarming people not only in Texas but obviously now in places where you're trying to take these unaccompanied kids. Are you comfortable with the optics of the President going for fundraisers only and not taking an eyeball look himself on the border?
Well, we're going to have more details about the President's travel to Texas, and it will include some activities other than just building some support for Democratic candidates for office who are on the ballot in November. The President's traveled to the border both as a presidential candidate and as President. This President is obviously very attuned to what's happening at the border. Senior administration officials, including the Secretary of Homeland Security, the Secretary of HHS, and even Cecilia Munoz, who works here in the West Wing, have recently traveled to the border region to see firsthand the situation there. I know that that group in particular, Secretary Johnson, Secretary Burwell, and Ms. Munoz spent some time at Lackland Air Force Base, the facility that HHS is operating there to provide a humanitarian way to detain individuals who have been apprehended at the border. So this is something that the administration is paying very close attention to. The President's getting regular updates on this situation. I think the last thing that I would say is those individuals who are concerned about border security and concerned about the situation at the border, that the most important thing they could do is not offer public invitations, but actually to lend their public support to comprehensive immigration reform. Those people who are focused on border security understand that passing comprehensive immigration reform would allow for a historic investment in our borders. And that's one of the many reasons the President has strongly advocated for Congress to make progress on that. Now, unfortunately, we've seen that House Republicans have probably effectively killed that for the year. But the President's going to do what he can to try to mitigate some of the impact of our broken immigration system. And one of the things that the President ordered earlier this week is DHS to move some of the resources that are currently deployed in the interior along the border to try to meet the need that we're seeing there.
Just make sure the President still has no plans to go to the border. That's what you're telling us.
That's the continued plan, but schedules sometimes change, and if they do, we'll let you know. But right now, there's no plan to visit the border while he's in Texas. Well, I wouldn't rule it out until the day of, but our focus at this point is to plan to do something else. Okay, Jim.
Continuing on that.